Hey there, Tubanites. It's your friendly neighborhood flash in the pan. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are talking about the SIG P226. This is a legendary firearm. This has been another one that's been on my list for a long time. They've always been very pricey, and recently they released the 40th anniversary edition. Now, I am by no means a SIG P226 expert. It's just something I've always wanted. It was the Navy SEAL gun, still is, I believe, to a degree. But the 40th anniversary edition, the only thing I could tell visually that was different is it did not come with a light rail here, or laser rail, whatever, attachment rail on the bottom. So it is just nothing there, just the basic original pistol from 40 years ago, apparently. This was very reasonably priced. I was looking, so the Mark 25 is the Navy SEAL version, which does have the pick rail. I'm sure there's other things that are different about that as well, but I just don't know them, and I did not do any research before I turned the camera on. So, but normally that Mark 25, which is what you normally see for sale, which is the Navy SEAL version, is around $1,100. I've seen them cheaper, I've seen them more obviously, but the average price I was finding was around $1,100, and that's what I was saving up for. Well, then I was watching on good old Palmetto State, and they had a sale recently, and of course I didn't wait long enough. So when I bought this, it was 750 units of measure on that particular page, but since then they've reduced that by 50 units of measure. So it is currently at 700 units of measure to buy this particular piece of history. I'm not a tactical cool guy, so for me that's plenty. It's very much like my Beretta 92. It's more just to scratch the itch. It's not every gun has to be, as Uncle Hickok likes to say, not every gun has to have a purpose. Some can just be for fun. So I had never shot one of these. This is one of the very few guns that I've ever purchased that I had not shot prior to purchasing it. But what's the word? Reputation. The reputation of the P226 was nearly flawless, and so obviously I've had it for a while now. I've been playing with it, fondling it, doing all the things. This has a decocking lever, if you don't know. So right now the hammer's cocked. So similar in a way to the Beretta, whereas the Beretta is part of the safety, this is just an optional decocker. No manual safety on this, so that's a little different as well. But something that I've caught on, two things. So the double action trigger is not bad. It's Beretta-ish. It's around the same lines, right? It's double action. It is what it is. What's nice though, so the single action, and I have to go back to my trigger conversation, right? You're not going to notice this when you're shooting live, however. So there's a little squish, and then, but the reset on this, ooh, it's so good. So that's going to be really nice shooting. The other thing that I really am excited about is this feels like a tank. So the Mossberg 500 series, so the 500 and the 590, if you've ever shot one of those, or if you've ever watched videos about people that have had those for a long time, they say kind of the same thing, like that thing is built like a tank. It just feels like it's going to run forever. That's what this gun feels like. Now, of course, it's heavy. It's not a new polymer wonder that weighs nothing. It's a heavy gun, but compare this even to the Beretta, which is a great gun in my opinion. The Beretta is well made. I think it'll run for a long time, but this just feels like a tank. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, it's well made, but it's one of those guns that I don't want to say this, it's not that bad, but you just kind of want to abuse it to see what happens, just because it feels like it would take it and laugh at you. This particular version, let me show you how it, so this is the 40th anniversary, and apparently this is how they originally came. I don't know. I didn't buy one 40 years ago, but they come in this nice yellow box now. The selling features got this red velvet. Yeah, but it's still styrofoam on the inside, so let's not get too excited about it. It did not say how many magazines on Palmetto that it came with. It comes with 2. You know how I feel about that. You should have at least 4. I'm not going to complain for 750 units of measure. That being said, their aftermarket magazines, well, whatever, their magazines are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. I got two 20 rounders. They were $40 each. I have heard that very much like Beretta, that Mechar makes their, and sure enough, there it says right there on the magazine that came with it, Mechar. So instead of buying something with the SIG name on it only, I am going to try a couple Mechar magazines before we go to the range as well, because why pay extra for the same magazine because somebody put a name on the side of it, when Mechar is very reliable. Of course, these do say made in USA, so maybe that's the difference. I think Mechar is Italy, yes. Mechar has a very good reputation. I see no reason not to go ahead and support them in that quality. And again, I believe they make most of the magazines for SIG and Beretta anyway. I believe that sale is still going on at Palmetto. If you want to get yours today for, like I said, 700 units of measure is really cheap for this gun. And again, I don't know the differences. There may be internal differences and stuff like that. It may be similar to how my Beretta 92 SB is different than the actual FS and the M9 that they ended up using. Subtle differences, internal stuff usually, trigger guard stuff in that case. I don't know. I don't know enough about these. I didn't really care. Again, this isn't something, it's something you could go to war with still. It's not my first gun grab if that's the case, but you never know. You grab what's closest by. Doesn't really matter. I plan on taking this to the range very soon. I may get a couple more magazines before then. So it comes with two 15 rounders. I bought two 20 rounders. I'd like to have a couple more. Maybe we'll get a couple Mechars on the way and see how they perform as well. But bills, all that stuff, adulthood, it sucks. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. No, hope to get this as a range soon, and we'll take you with us as usual. I appreciate you guys watching. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe. I am approaching monetization, and that would be kind of cool, to get a couple pennies here and there to help feed back into the channel. That way I don't have to sleep on the couch when I buy stuff like this. Only kidding, of course. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.